Yo. Another day. Today finna get vicious. Finna get vicious today. Nobody backstage? Nope. You sure that's the one? Resend it, because they saying that ain't it. Just resend it to me. Resend me the link. You send it to my text. That DM shit don't work for me because I don't be knowing. You DM'd it? I don't, 1 sec, y'all. Let me get the link right now. R&B be sending me shit in ways that I don't like to receive it. You know, I'm stuck in my ways. Hold on. There we go. Shit. I sent Ray J the wrong shit. I don't know how you got me in there. I was in here already. I don't know what you did. You know what your problem is, woman? That should happen now. Let's get going. Check this out. We got another day on the Honey Show. The Exposers. We're going up today. Few things going on. It's going to start going on how it go on. King Yella just called me very, very upset. He was out of breath. I don't know if he's still running from loose cannon or what's going on, but he did not appreciate loose cannon documenting and showing that he pulled up on him. And he said some real, real foul things that no man should say about another man. It's just not appropriate.
He the one got off the live?
No, he didn't get off the live.
He was upset. He like, yo, he like, why he show people he pulled up on my spot? I'm like, shit, yeah. I don't know.
He told niggas to pull up.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I'm saying. These niggas be popping and biting off too much they can chew. See,
that's what I'm saying. Thought it was a game.
These niggas don't, hey, Wack. These niggas don't know why y'all keep this crazy nigga right here around. They gonna find out.
I mean, it's just niggas
man. I think. Oh, that sugar plum.
Yo, hit the link I sent you right now.
Oh.
Get the link, but it ain't doing nothing to me. It ain't doing nothing.
The one I just sent you?
Hey, can you turn on all the lights in here real quick?
Look, I just sent you another one.
Hold on.
This nigga Ray J over here, he in Miami somewhere hosting it.
Allow Mike access.
Yup.
Man.
Changed my name because Nicki Minaj gave me a new name, so I'm Rush Robert.
Yeah, that was hilarious. You was trolling the shit out of it. We're gonna talk about that. Yes, you was. That shit was hilarious. Leave me alone about that. You know leave me alone about that Nicki Minaj shit. You know I've been around a long time.
Nah, what's up? Why y'all can't see me?
Take the damn camera. See the camera at the bottom?
You on the phone with him, Wack?
Oh, let me get.
They ain't gonna let him do it.
Yeah, that one. But nigga, it got me. Oh, I guess I'm on another phone. I'm tripping. I'm on a whole nother phone thinking about this phone.
So what the niggas doing? The niggas, what, they waving the white flag or what?
No, they the homie what? Why is that? We can't
He
even
have to
hear.
go in. He have to go in, go out and then come back in.
Oh, let me tell you.
And it's raining like a motherfucker. Hold on, I'm about to
Oh,
start.
there you go.
All you gotta do is turn the camera on. We can hear it. You know.
Yeah, turn the camera on. The bottom.
Oh, I can't. Camera. Oh,
There
hold
you
on,
go.
I got it.
Oh my God.
Hold on, let me get my umbrella together, blood. Before you start making this shit a war out here, that don't need to be doing that. We need to squash this shit and make this shit positive, blood. I'm on the news, blood. Hold on.
That nigga said he on the news.
Yeah, that shit went everywhere.
This shit work? Hold on.
Yeah.
Yo,
You need to press the button.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh,
press the
shit.
button.
All right.
Press the button.
Hold on. Can you hold on, let me turn the Bluetooth off so I can hear him here. Hold on, boss. Hello?
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Might as well start doing them one wish motherfucking dance. Can you turn my Bluetooth off?
Let me try it.
It's raining like it's raining.
Let me try it. Can you turn my Bluetooth off?
Hold on, blood. It's raining like a motherfucker. Hold on.
Is it right? Where you at? Miami?
Hey, this is the time they need me to go on and do one wish. If they give me another 20 bands, I'll do it. I'm telling you right now with the rain, they'll give me the wire later, but a 20 piece to have me go out there and do it right now in the rain with the dance move and the spin. Let them
Did
know.
that nigga say with a
With the dance move? Huh?
Yo, can you turn me off up there? Hold on.
I'm trying.
Like,
trying
he
to get
trying
the
to
guys in my
negotiate a
Bluetooth
deal.
right here. Or turn it up loud so I can hear myself. Either one. I'm live on the news. I'm a news anchor. Hello, okay. What's up, blood? Listen,
Yo.
Wack, stand down. Stand down like Justin and pushing him they young. Stop it, blood. Like, don't do that.
I mean, listen, when I hear somebody trying to rush one of my loved ones, you know how that go. And then the homies heard it, so you know how it go. But
I never called you though. I never, when I feel like some shit really active, I'm gonna hit you and say, yo, I don't feel safe.
yeah,
I never
but I
called
kept hearing it. So I'm like,
no. But they going through a lot. They good niggas, like they defending their pops. They heard me saying a bunch of stuff, and they had every right to, even though they shouldn't resort to that kind of stuff. They can't we can't do that to them, man. I ate at.
Wait. What were they mad at that you said?
Whatever it was a misunderstanding because we talked. And so when I said shit like assets being taken or I can't turn cheek to cheek, that's because I feel like niggas is fabricating a bunch of stories out there about
what I'm saying,
like,
why would they take that personal? Why would they take personal asses are being taken and you can't turn? Why would they take that? Like when I hear that, it don't affect me. Why would they take that?
But because we from the West Coast though, and from the West Coast, niggas getting manipulated like that and niggas manhood getting taken, it was a common thing in the 90s.
No, but why did they take it personal?
I don't know, but can you confirm that asses is being taken was a common thing in the 90s?
It's still a common thing right now on them yards and in that county jail. That's a fact.
Yeah, they saw the Pulp Fiction movie with Ving Rhames downstairs. That shit be happening in LA.
But what I'm saying is, did they take that personal because they thought you was referring to their dad?
Nah, like Justin is like, I respect them because they say ride or die. I'm gonna go for my dad or my mom no matter what, even if I gotta take an L, right? So he told me to go outside and take a fade first time he wanted to fight me. I'm like, bro, God bless you, bro. It's not even like that. Like, I never told nobody this because I don't want to do that because I understood what he was going through. So all this shit got blown out.
So let me ask you a question, because I know you know better. You gonna squabble when it's time to squabble. Did you not want to fight him because of who he was?
Nah, bro, I'm 43. They like 30. They 28. I get the sign that's not okay. And plus, that nigga might know jujitsu. That nigga might know taekwondo. I don't know. Shit, I've been working. I ain't playing with niggas, and then niggas ain't playing with me. Let's just go home, let's work hard. Let's all get together and talk it through. Because we all shouldn't try to create bodily harm to people. It's just not okay for somebody to hurt somebody physically. It just takes somebody to the next level, and we should all preach about like getting together. We need to create mentor programs now for niggas that's making money now. How not to fall off, right? Because
yeah, we ain't doing all that. This ain't the Nicki Minaj show. This ain't Nicki Minaj show.
Bro,
you know, when we pulled up in the lobby of the
thing.
Fountain Blue, we pulled
Hold
up
on.
as homies. So don't get, hey, you know, I've been around a long time. Don't get me started.
Nah, even on Nicki Minaj, Nicki didn't want to talk positive. I'm trying to talk positive. Like, why y'all don't want to talk positive?
I'm saying, you and Nicki Minaj been knowing each other for quite a long time.
I'm a barb, blood.
You a barb, huh? Yeah, that's what you want to call it.
I'm a barb,
blood. Ray, you remember that time in the lobby of the Fountain Blue? Remember when you just...
Nah, blood, I don't know. All that shit that happened, I don't remember none of that.
Oh, okay.
I went to the hospital and I stopped remembering a lot of stuff.
Okay. Man. Listen, we're going to move past.
I don't know.
Nevertheless,
I don't know what it was.
Hey, you got to remember, Wack has been around a long... It's been 20 years, right?
Wack. I don't know who I was. All I know is who I am, dog.
It's been 20 years we've been rocking, and we met 23.
Wack, look, can you put online right now that, hey, like, we standing down from all this crazy shit. You a positive person. You a good person. You don't do violent things. You're nothing but professional. Cass Jones is one of the most professional people I ever met. And that we don't resort to violence. Justin Combs, Christian, and Quincy are good people. And we pray for them and pray for me. We all had a little bit of a problem and we worked it out. Shout out to Nicki Minaj. She changed my name to Raja. We got a new album coming out together. And that's it, blood.
Raja.
Tell him.
Listen, man, this nigga, listen, he don't want me to get started on him and Nicki Minaj. I'm gonna leave it alone.
No.
Shout out to Mrs.
Hold on, blood. Stop, blood. Shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Petty. Like she married.
Yeah, Mrs. Petty.
Married. I'm getting a divorce. I'm 2 days away from getting a divorce. I'm happy. Princess happy. Life is good, blood. Like, please, let's just stop it.
So are you really gonna go through with the divorce this time?
I'm going through. I love Princess. It's over. I need Wack 100 to say, listen, there's no problems in the streets. You know, we got cases out there, dog, that we just beat, and we need to just chill,
we got a RICO. Yo, Ray, them niggas found out about our RICO, bro. Okay? They found out about our RICO. Now, you remember, listen, you remember the deal. I told you, let nephew come do the camera shit. You said, Wack, do the special needs. No. Hold on, bro. You said do the special needs. No. I want to get back. Let him shoot the scooty bikes. I said if anything weird come up, it's on you.
I was washing the homeless people downtown. I was washing feet in downtown, blood. I was washing a gang of homeless people's feet.
Yeah, but still though, you should have let Loyal. You should have let Loyal just get the shoot. He do all our shoots. You let this little kid, this dude in. We paid him like $1,000 to do a few pictures, whatever it was, and later on, this dude went crazy and filed. First, he filed a state civil. That didn't work. Then he filed a federal civil RICO. Now, I wasn't tripping because my deal with you was, if you don't go with my guy, Loyal, right, the famous unknown, it's on you. So you have to pay the legal bills, right? Legal just got back to you. You heard from legal lately? Because I ain't paid no mind because the legal on you on this one.
Yeah, I heard from legal lately. That's what I'm saying. Let's just chill. Can you
what did legal tell you about the RICO?
Look, can you please practice peace on here right now?
Yo.
Please.
Okay, but what did legal tell you about the RICO, Ray J?
Jay, it's saying to Wack 100, Cass Jones, please practice peace on here right now.
I'm asking you, I'm trying to get an update for the world about this civil RICO because you obligated to pay for it. I told you, if you went with him, if whatever come from it is on you. What is legal? You heard from Thomas?
Wack 100, this is not okay.
Are you gonna answer the question
This
or
is
not?
no, and it's not okay. Things are being
Huh?
taken from people. People are being manipulated from the bottom up, bro. People are being
Bro, I'm
manipulated from the
asking
bottom
you.
up. Bro.
I'm trying to
This is
get an
just they
update
code.
on this damn civil RICO these people keep hollering about like
Look,
they got some
like
content or
Wack
something.
100, this is not okay. I know people going through a bunch of stuff. The homies used to stick a whole stick of butter in people's asses, bro.
That be Suge
all
Knight.
that shit,
Suge
bro.
Knight used to do that.
Butter?
Nigga, what? Parquet butter, a whole
And
brick.
it's okay. And it's
The
not
ladies
okay.
would come down. Yo, Ray. Hey, Ray, remember we was at the death row office? The lady comes down, right? She says,
Wack,
you sick fuck.
Dirty interview.
She says, you sick fuck. And you tried to use parquet butter on my ass.
Wack, I gotta end the interview.
No, he was a different freak.
Yo.
Yeah, I don't know what dude got going on.
First off, this interview is not okay with my consent. This is not cool. We're not putting this up. That's it.
Interview going up.
This one?
This
interview's going up. We live.
Not
so look, so let me bring you up to speed. I got a call from the homie T Capone from Blackstone. T Capone been over there with Puff 30 years. He also covered for Faith Evans. He the homie from Blackstone. If I show you a picture of him, 600, you gonna know him. He a Muslim homie, but he from BPS for the Jumpers. So he called me. He said, Wack, listen, I understand what's going on. These kids ain't gang members. They wasn't raised to be. I don't know why they out here doing what they doing. He said, I'm hearing things, but I'm calling you because we've been homies a long time, right? And I'm asking you, can we let this go? I understand you feel like they tried to rush the homie, but I'm telling you that I think that's being like blew out of proportion. I'm like, 8 niggas tried to rush my homeboy, bro. T Capone said, I assure you it wasn't that. Huh? Them ain't no little kids. Niggas 30 years old ain't no little kids.
They 30?
Hell yeah. 26, 28, 30. Yeah. What you mean?
Nah, blood. Them niggas are 22 years old, blood.
Nah, one of them like 28. Regardless, I don't give a fuck if they're 18. Right? But nevertheless, me and T Capone talked, and he said, Wack, I can assure you that Ray J will not be approached anymore by him. You give me your word that you gonna stop tripping. So I gave the homie my word. He a G homie. And he's supposed to pop up, but he's not really social media.
Wack, Cass Jones is a good person. That nigga's a stand-up dude. All the Combs family, Justin, Christian, they good people. Like, shout out to all the homies. Like,
so did you and Justin get an understanding?
Don't violence. Wack is a good person. He's an honorable person. Everybody don't know.
You got the link?
But he's a good person.
What's your name on the thing so I can tell them to pull you up?
She up.
Okay.
She up.
Okay. We got you up. All right, hold on.
I'm out, blood. I gotta go perform. I gotta go host the party.
All right, call me when you're done. We gotta get that paperwork signed.
Hey, don't air this, blood.
It's already up. We live. We live. This is what I said. Nigga, when I told you not to fuck the broad, and when I told you not to crash the car, when I told you not to do all that, you threw $180,000 out the yacht talking about a video, talking about tell somebody go get it. Nigga, don't tell me what not to do, because you do a whole bunch of crazy shit, bro. You got me in a civil RICO, some bozos over here thinking I'm going to jail. These niggas is weird. We got a civil RICO.
Bro, what's wrong? What's wrong?
Nah, it's all love. It's peace. Shout out to the Combs. It's love. What's up, young lady?
Hold on 1 second. Can you hear me?
Them niggas took that RICO shit to a whole nother level.
Oh, them niggas is crazy.
Goofy to the mother. Them niggas are RICO.
Crazy.
They going to jail and how they out on the jail. Bro, it's a civil case.
Bro, them niggas is obsessed with Wack, bro. Them niggas make content about Wack every day, all day, bro.
Them
shit's
niggas been
sad.
talking about I got a RICO for doing that a year or two. I'm like, bro, that is a civil RICO on a corporation that I'm just management on record. Me, his mama. Like, what are y'all talking about? We got, but you know, nevertheless, they talking, whatever it is, civil RICO.
Is that like Jennings?
RICO. And what's crazy about it, the companies he got the RICOs on, Ray J been sold to companies a couple years ago. They don't even exist. Tamara.
Huh?
What's up, lady?
Oh, nothing much.
For
I've
those
been
of y'all don't know
resting.
who this is the infamous Cuffy, his daughter.
Oh, nice
Uh-oh.
to meet you.
Yeah,
Nice
this
to
is
meet you.
Cuffy's daughter.
Good
Cuffy
evening.
called me about a week ago from the feds and told me get with your niece. You know, she got everything, she know everything, and you seem to be the only one out there, you know, not scared to have the conversation on what's going on. And I keep telling them that you're not gonna find a document that has Big Meech's name on it as far as giving a statement. So this is a third party cooperation type thing. But those of y'all don't know, they downplay Cuffy a lot. Meech was doing his thing, but it didn't go to that next level until Cuffy brought him into his fold. I want to say Cuffy might have let him touch his first million at one time.
Yeah, so when they linked, that was major for both of them because they started networking with Atlanta and the other states. So people don't know that because with my dad, he's not in the spotlight. We barely have pictures of him. But everybody in the streets know my dad.
Yeah, he's from St. Louis, right? Cuffy from St.
Yeah.
Louis. So how much time did Cuffy end up getting for this last situation?
1 second, my signal bad, but he ended up getting 27 years total.
Okay, I know he got to appeal in. One of those charges is like they got to drop, but they dropped one of them. He at the door.
I pray.
So my question to you is, people keep getting confused about why people say Big Meech is a
I'm
snitch.
sorry.
They keep getting confused about why
Well,
people
I
ain't
think
got.
people wanted to see him get on the stand, and that's why they don't feel like he's a rat. But you got to realize he betrayed the closest person to him. My dad is his right hand man. He was my dad's right hand man. Like, we really do look at Meech like family.
Okay, so go ahead, Six.
I said I got the audio when your dad broke it down and what happened. It's only a minute and 30 seconds when we play it.
No, you can't play it.
We can't. I don't think we. Yeah, it ain't mine. They been on.
No, we
some
can play
bullshit.
it.
Nah, hell nah. They been tripping. You can't play it, but that's why she here to break it down.
Yeah.
So
this from Cam Capone. He gave me direct permission to use that minute 30 seconds whenever I want. I talk to him directly. That's
You
why
know, but YouTube will flag it.
No, it's not for audio. But don't do it. Don't worry about it. Don't do it.
Yo, so when it came down to the situation, Meech was, I guess, speaking through Tammy, right?
Yeah, he was speaking. He had a phone. He was communicating. He had like a little phone in jail. He was communicating with my dad here and there, but he was mainly in contact speaking through Tammy setting shit up. And also, they were working on the BMF movie at the time. So at the time, my dad was going in and out of town, and he had just got out. So that's another thing people are confused about. My uncle Wani, they call him Magic. He was actually the one that was indicted when BMF when they came and indicted everybody. My dad was just getting out of prison. So Meech was working with my dad and came to my dad like basically he wanted him to help with the movie because he was like, you were there. So my dad started networking and putting it together through Tammy. So I have emails of all of this communication, and T also was aware that they were working on this movie deal. So then the movie deal, it basically he was working with Tammy for a while about professional business, and I could prove that with their communication. So eventually, I guess it switched to Meech needed a favor, and my dad agreed to do the favor because it's Meech or whatever. And basically, the reason why I feel it was a setup from the beginning and a setup that Meech set up is because the whole drug deal that my dad just did the 10 years for was fake drugs from the beginning. So all
Wait,
of it.
slow down. What you mean fake drugs? Is it, did the feds provide this to somebody so this deal could happen? Is that what you're saying? What do you mean?
Yeah, so they somehow, so Suarez and my dad had met somewhere in St. Louis and talked. Suarez got back on a plane, and then they ended up doing the meet. But the meet was basically the other guys that's indicted with my dad, them meeting with the federal agents.
So who is Suarez?
Suarez is the Mexican, he's a part of one of the Mexican cartels that he met Meech in jail, and they formed a bond, and Suarez fucked with him. So basically him and my dad talked. He expressed how much he cared about Meech and he was connected. I don't want to lie on which cartel it is. It might have been the golf cartel after we did some research, but Suarez is the cartel member. And honestly, it's a little blurry on what even happened with Suarez because he's gone. You know, like I don't know if he's still in the United States or if he's in Mexico. But he met Meech in jail and they formed a relationship.
Got you. So who put Suarez with your pops? Was that Tammy or was that something he communicated with Meech over the phone?
He communicated with Meech.
Got you.
Yeah, Meech explained who Suarez was, and then it went from there. And then when he couldn't get on the phone or whatever, he would have her do certain things and
So
have her reach out.
so Suarez is good, Cuffy's good, but the feds was already on it from the beginning.
So not initially, they weren't on my dad from the beginning because the Atlanta federal agents weren't really watching my dad, but somehow I gotta go back and look at the notes. But when St. Louis federal agents found out that my dad was involved, that's when they started, coming for him. So it's been a long, bad relationship between our family and the federal government. So he's always under investigation. If he gets out right now, he's going to be under investigation.
Okay, so let's fast forward. The transaction happened, feds come in, and I'm kind of curious on the fake drugs. During the court proceedings, at any time, was that identified that the drugs was planted by the feds?
Yeah, so they knew the whole time that drug deal was never a real drug deal. They never profited because they intercepted it. The guys, they sent them, basically let the people my dad sent down there, they let them come back to St. Louis and they told my dad what happened. So for a year, we didn't know what was going on. And then in the beginning, somehow I was pregnant, and the first papers that they had sent to us, my dad was very remorseful, and he had us meet him at our luxury mall here in St. Louis. And we were upstairs, and he was basically just telling us that he was about to go back to jail, and he fucked up. But I was pregnant, and my name was on it, so we didn't know if I would be locked up or they added me to it somehow.
All right, so Cam Capone just hit me. So he said they're not going to copyright strike you. What you think, Luce?
I know they're not going to do it. They don't do that for it like that. They got to do it themselves. And if he told you that, I'm telling you, I did it myself. They didn't strike me.
Oh yeah, but you got permission then.
No, before I even did it, I already had did it. That's if you use the actual video, it'll pick up. It's not going to do that.
All right, go. You got the audio right there?
Yeah.
Let's play it. Let's hear what Cuffy got to say.
Him calling in during the interview. Go ahead, Cuff, man. You can introduce yourself and take the flow.
Blue, my nigga, what's up, man?
Yes, sir.
Hey, you know, a lot of people, man, is thinking that this thing is made up or this thing is fake or that I have an axe to grind. You feel me?
Right.
But I'm in here with a 27-year sentence based on Demetrius Flannery, that you all know as Big Meech, and Tammy Collins, known in the paperwork as CS1.
Right.
Confidential source 1. So what Big Meech did was call a third-party cooperation. So Tammy Collins signed up to be a DEA informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut, plain and simple.
Right. So, okay, so can you break down the story? Like, how do you know this? And, how'd you come upon this information? How do you know? How do you came upon this information, though?
We were rewarded what's called a Franks hearing. It's based on a case called U.S. versus Frank. So I would implore your listeners to look the case up. And what a Franks hearing entails is that you're able to cross-examine your accusers, meaning government agents, meaning informants, and so on and so forth, just like a regular trial.
It's a little more, but that's all the part I clipped for mine.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, how is it he's talking to another rat, which is Blue Da Vinci?
Well, I don't know who.
Well, the thing with Blue is you got to realize who's locked up because of Blue. Blue pleaded guilt on his own behalf. Nobody is in prison. Meech is literally out right now, and is the reason why my dad is locked up.
Yeah,
Nobody can say that Blue put them in jail.
See, here go the thing, Luce. Like we just figured it out. That interview was prior to what we figured out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he in jail. He ain't never been on a yard with Blue. He ain't seen no work. Cuffy really don't probably know what's going on with that. And when he figure out what's going on with that, I'm pretty sure he gonna adjust accordingly like we all did. But nevertheless, Tammy, I remember back in was that 15, 16, when everybody was talking about Meech gonna get out early. I think that was the time. I don't know if that was the time where all this was going on. And I kind of remember that they snatched your dad, gave him his time, but it got botched up because Tammy was found to have been having sex with the federal agent or something. Am I right?
He break that down too.
That's correct. That's correct.
You want me to play that?
Yeah, play it. You got it?
He break that down right here.
You know what I'm saying? And
Hold on.
That's what he was stating the Franks hearing revealed, and that was a game changer.
Your accusers, meaning government agents, meaning informants, and so on and so forth, just like a regular trial. So this was testified in court.
Period. Point blank. Period. Time cut. How come he still did all that time in jail?
Here we go.
Well, what they don't understand is that he never received the time cut because what came out was that he had an illicit sexual relationship with Special Agent Keith Cromer.
Special Agent Keith Cromer.
But her first DA handler was the guy, as you should know, Blue, who brought the BMF indictment.
Right.
Agent Jack Harvey.
Special Agent Jack Harvey is the person that locked us all up. He was also the person that locked up Terry White, which was her first case as a DEA agent. And then he retired. He retired after he got them 60 years.
Yeah, he retired, and then her handler became a brother by the name of Keith Cromer, Special Agent Keith Cromer, who was also fired behind this particular case. So Meech never received the time cut because, unbeknownst to a lot of people, it's against the law to have a sexual relationship or any personal relationship with a government informant.
Somehow, some way, because I don't know how.
So you got it?
Yeah. So pretty much,
he tried it.
But he didn't get no time. He still served his whole time.
No, he served his whole time. He tried it, and I guess it didn't work. And when I was talking to Cuffy, um, he was telling me that it was certain things in his paperwork that they knew that only him and Meech knew. I guess that, Luke's like, if I'm telling
Pillow
you,
talking.
yeah, if I'm telling you do something a certain way or take this, and when you get
Yeah.
that loose, shoot it up to my
Mm-hmm.
my spot
Yeah.
and sack. So I guess in his work, it was certain things in his work that only him and Meech knew, right?
Mm-hmm.
So um, I will say this: we'll never find documents with Big Meech's name given a statement. You're not gonna find that. Tell
So
everybody
how
that.
can we call him a rat?
Well, here goes the thing. Tammy is a third party cooperator, right?
But wasn't she sleeping with both of them, right?
But no, he in the feds. I mean, that's his broad.
No.
That was his broad, but he in the feds. He can't. He running for shit. I was Blue Da Vinci, bitch. Before it was Meech, bitch. Just keep
But
Yeah,
it
you
real.
that's
know,
what
he
I'm
was
talking
with
about.
he was with Janelle, Big Meech wifey. If you guys remember that, she was a stripper.
Who
He
was
was
with
with
Janelle?
her. So Meech and her had a relationship publicly, like where she had got, his name tattooed, and she was like, you know, repping him and making sure he was good. But Tammy, I don't even know if they got like I don't know the dynamic of Meech and Tammy. I don't know if it's just business and he feel like this is who he wanted to do business with, or is it like a love interest? I don't know.
But why did he choose to do business with her? It's not like she got a
That's the
track
odd. It's
record of
so
doing movies or
odd.
nothing like that.
It's
You know,
very odd. The whole situation is weird. And
Wait,
at
why did
first,
who choose to do business with who?
Meech, like, why did Meech choose to give Tammy his life rights? Like, he
Well,
could
here
have
goes
gave
the
it
thing. Tammy, I believe, was already working with the feds.
right.
I think Tammy was already working with the feds,
Well, yeah,
one way
she
or
was.
another.
She got a dude named Terry White from Atlanta. She got him jammed up before she did this stuff with Meech.
The
Yeah,
paperwork
and
suggests that.
but here goes the thing, Luke. So watch this. A female that's up under me, right? She get out on you. You in the middle of the deal that I sent you on.
Mm-hmm.
Now, after she get out on you, take the stand on you, get you to 27. I stay in bed with her. How you gonna see me?
Nasty work.
right. So that's why
You
that's
get what
it's
I'm
more
saying?
like betray. It's just betrayal. Just imagine the closest person to you is the one that so when my dad got his paperwork, we knew who CS1 was because he knew who he talked to. See, they thought that he was gonna plea out. They was putting the death penalty on the table in the beginning and everything. They thought we was just gonna plea out, but they know we fighters. So my dad was taking it to trial and we got the discovery. And when we got the discovery, we sent a message to Meech like Tammy is an informant. And Meech said it's a mistake. He sent a kite, it's a mistake and we just need to call her, and gave her number. And that was crazy. Like, why the fuck would we call an informant
Yeah, that's a
to
little weird.
straighten things out? She's an informant. The
Not only
paperwork
that,
showed that.
not only that, Luce, Meek signed over his life rights to her. Right now today, 50 Cent had to do that deal with her. He didn't give it to his baby mama, who he just paroled to. He didn't give it to his kids, his sister.
Right.
He gave it to her. So now you got, okay, you got her politicking the deal, right? You see, she lined it, and the paperwork is identifying that you didn't give her your life rights.
Okay, but what if Blue Da Vinci knew that she was a CI and brought her around because
He
that
he
was his
didn't do
girl
he
again?
didn't.
No, he
He
ain't know that.
didn't he didn't
No,
know that. So I
yeah,
know
he didn't know
everybody
that.
want to put this on Blue. This is
No,
Meech.
this ain't this
This
side
is
of it ain't
Meech
got
and
nothing to
she's
do with Blue. Yeah, I don't
yeah,
believe
he was
I don't
young
believe
and that
Blue
was
knew.
his sugar mama.
Yeah, Blue didn't know. Blue was just hit the broad. I think she was anything, she was probably gonna be working manipulating Blue motherfucking ass.
She had this
Mm.
Blue had so when I was hitting Blue up when this first went down,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know who was in on it, so I was flipping out on everybody, getting into it with the whole BMF. And when I told him about Tammy, that's when like he couldn't believe it. He was like, it's weird because she disappeared, like stopped talking to certain people. So he had no clue she was working. Because she was talking to a lot of people, I guess trying to, get something, a deal on the table. And then she just disappeared. And then, so when that came out, everybody was like, that makes perfect sense. But what's crazy is her initial handler, and this is what the killer was, Jack Harvey. That's the same person who took Meech down. So that's a big coincidence that your initial handler is the same person that took BMF down.
Wait,
That
wait,
don't
wait.
that don't add up.
One of the exposers, Lavish, just hit me, and I believe he got this in the work. He said, what hurts Meech and what looks ugly is he was charged for arranging the meetup. He was calling shots from the feds. He said that's a mandatory 10 years.
Mm.
You want me to get him up here?
Yeah, get him up here. So basically, that charge didn't stick with him.
I mean, he was charged for arranging the meetup. With
Meech should have been at the
Cuffy.
top of this indictment because this
I
whole
remember that.
deal,
Wait,
this whole case was his. What, like, why wasn't he on the indictment? He
Yeah,
should still be in jail for a
that's
new
crazy.
case.
If
He's the
you
wait.
in
one
the
that
work,
organized. This was his idea. My dad didn't know Soros.
Yeah,
so
Like,
because
my
they
dad
do.
was
They
literally doing him a favor.
the Mexican was Meech's plug. Cuffy was just there to oversee the play. He got the broad in the middle that working, right? That even after she took the stand, he continued to keep her in his circle and close to her. But from what Lavish is saying, R&B, Lavish pop up in the back, bring him up. Because Lavish been put, Lavish just be doing the research like Prince. He said, what hurts Meech and what looks ugly is he was charged for arranging the meetup. He was calling shots from the feds. That's a 10-year mandatory. So if you charge with you arranged the meetup with the Mexican plug and Meech, and Cuffy and Tammy in the middle of it, and they're charging you with arranging it. Where did that 10 years go? Because he was given what? 630,
30.
right? To
30.
do 24. He went back and got a time
And he was not
cut.
on good behavior. He was getting in
Huh?
trouble all the time. Meech wasn't on, he didn't have good time. He was always doing something.
Okay, so yeah, this
Well, he
is
didn't even do 20 years. I mean,
He did
85% of
19,
30
but
is
I
25
got
and a
why he
half.
did 19. They the,
they
the, the
dropped it.
president changed the rules when it came to drugs, and it gave him a lower category, and that's how he got the 4 or 5 years off. But this other 10 would have bumped him up to 40.
Right.
Yeah, but if they couldn't prove it, if it's
They,
just hearsay or whatever
I
like
don't know
that,
how they
They
Well,
couldn't
they
prove
could
it
they could they
when he
could
the one,
prove that
the
all of this
informant
happened.
set it up.
Yeah, they could prove all of that. He had some type of protection. They can prove that this was Meech's initial idea. He's the one that orchestrated the whole thing, and somehow he's not on the fucking case.
um, ask her why did Tammy decide to stop working the Cuffy case? She never stopped working it, right? She continued it all the way through.
She just started trying to recant, because when we took it to trial, everything was, Meech knew everything was gonna come out, so she was trying to make him like make it seem like this was her idea. But tell me, how did you know Suarez? Like, how did you know these people and orchestrate this on your own? So it's like, this definitely, Meech definitely knew something. I don't know if it was for exactly the time cut, but she also got paid $250,000 to do this. So
Paid
that
by
was
who?
another thing.
Who paid her? Who gave her the 250,000? The streets or the feds?
The feds,
And that was in the documentation.
yes. So she was getting paid for work. They were giving her credit for work other snitches doing. She wasn't doing nothing besides, she brought this, and this was major, but she was continuously getting paid.
Let me ask you this. Was Suarez ever charged in this? Was he indicted too on this case?
So I don't exactly, I'll have to talk to my dad. I know his name was on it,
Right.
but he kind of just disappeared. Like, I have to really go back out and look. A lot of that paperwork is sealed, but I really don't know why they didn't pursue Suarez or Meech.
Well, why would they pursue Meech if he working with him?
Right.
Or are you saying that Tammy?
Well, I'm saying if Meech was innocent, like he say, like he didn't have nothing to do with this, and this is her doing and her doing only,
Yeah,
then he
but
would have been on her.
Oh yeah, you're right. I see what you're saying. If Meech was all the way neutral, but they got you in here as named as the one that put together the whole drug deal from the federal penitentiary, then why your charge ain't there?
Yeah, like
but
explain that.
the crazy part is explaining that he did all this time without no cup breaks, and everybody saying that he's telling. So it really don't make sense for him to do that when he was doing his time regardless.
Well, he was trying to get a time cut. It didn't work. He was trying to get out early.
It didn't work. She fucked the federal agent, right? She ended up having sexual relations with the
Yeah, she
federal,
was.
and that
Yeah,
was a
they were, and then they
violation.
were whining and dining on the government's dime. Like they was on trips and everything.
Hmm. So at the
Damn,
end of
no
the day,
wonder everybody telling.
Right. They making
They
big
getting
money off
family
of it.
trips and everything.
at the end of the day,
All
and listen,
expenses paid.
this is the thing, right? It's gonna come down with this Meech word against Cuffy word. But if it's in the paperwork
And you,
that they charge, that they saying Meech is identified, if it's in the work as the one that set up the deal,
at the end of the day,
everybody's gonna
oh,
scratch their head. Is that
sorry.
in the paperwork?
Yeah, in the paperwork it named Meech as the unindicted co-conspirator. It definitely say that. It definitely speaks of Meech basically setting up the whole play.
Look,
That's the way the paperwork reads.
so
Who
so
got that
now
work?
here we go, right? We got paperwork that says Meech is the unindicted co-conspirator. You already in the feds for being a drug kingpin, right? You got 30 years. They
Right.
got you dead bang as the one that's setting up this play between this woman that's you didn't give in your, they didn't identify you with her, because I remember in the paperwork it says CS1 who owns the rights to Meech's BMF story. It's how they identified, put them together. You are a co-conspirator to setting this up with Cuffy. Where the charge go? I ain't never seen the feds just like
Me either.
let the charge go.
On
Say
something this big, they would
kill the
love something
smoking
this
on my
big.
screen. R&B if he smoking, drop it. Um, I don't know about that,
I've never
man.
seen them drop something. This would have been breaking news if that indictment would have had him at the top of it. I've never seen the feds not want to take down who they consider the biggest drug lord. And that's why a lot of people are like, who is your dad for Meech? Meech is the boss. I'm like, no, they basically had a hard on to get him. They wanted my dad to the point, I mean, they paid $250,000 to get
I mean,
him. So
at the end of the day, that's probably the most solid piece of paperwork ghost that they gonna have is naming you as the co-conspirator to this. And how much dope was in question? How many keys?
I, be, I believe it was like 1,000 keys, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I
see,
have to look at the amount.
you got a
But was it fake dope?
yeah, it don't matter. Fake dope or real dope. They thought they was finna do a real drug deal. If it was
Right, that's
fake
a
dope,
conspiracy.
yeah, that mean the
Right.
police probably you still conspiring for 1,000 birds.
So basically, the police was in on it. You get what I'm saying? They did the sting.
They get lavish. So the paperwork reads that Big Meech was a co-conspirator to setting up the play between Cuffy and the plug.
Can you hear me? What?
Yeah, we hear you.
Can you hear me? Yeah,
Yep.
I think it was a typo I sent you. So he wasn't charged, right? Now, which doesn't make it any better. So if they have records of you telling an informant, hey, I need you to put this deal together between a head of a cartel and an unknown player out of St. Louis, you're setting up a drug deal from inside of a
Yeah. The only way that's gonna make sense, the only way they ain't gonna charge you is
If you
shit.
tell him,
If you working.
if you working for him.
But then if you
Right.
working, well, your dad took it to trial, right? Because I'm wondering if you working, why would they expose it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
When did they expose him though?
What exactly does it say? Who got
Well,
it?
it says in the work lavish got that that he
It say
co-conspired.
Demetrius it say Demetrius Flannery. Basically this was set up at the behest of Demetrius Flannery in the paperwork.
Yeah, but when did they burn him? At what point? Because that matters. They ain't gonna
When
burn him
did
to the
they you
last
said
minute.
when did they do what? I'm sorry. What'd you say?
When did they burn him? They're gonna
When did
wait till
they
the last.
burn him?
Yeah, as a CI,
When
they're
did
gonna wait
they
till the last
expose
minute.
him?
They're gonna wait till the last minute.
We got a lot of people in here. Let's make sure y'all subscribe. If you haven't to the Hunter Show, make sure you hit us with a thumbs up, and subscribe. For those people in here enjoying the content, thumbs up and subscribe. We got Cuffy's daughter in here. Cuffy is the one that got convicted for the drug distribution through the third-party cooperation of Big Meech through Tammy Cowan. That's the word. We got documentation that shows that Big Meech co-conspired putting together the drug deal, which consists of 1,000 kilos, but it was, I guess, fake dope. I guess that was planted there by the feds. But Big Meech was never charged, and that comes with a 10-year sentence. So it's kind of like, well, if they got you dead bang, co-conspiring the deal between Cuffy on the street, the SA plug that's your plug, and you got your female in the middle that's a known CI after the fact, and Cuffy get booked for it, and you're already in there for being a drug kingpin, but you never caught a day for your actions in this that they named you as a co-conspirator. People gonna scratch their head and say, why not? I don't know, Lavish. What's the only reason why they wouldn't charge me?
So okay, so if they're only reason why so the whole part where she was having she backtracked her statements, right? And I'm about to pull up the work. Maybe Prince can attest to this if you got the same thing in front of you. So basically, she was like, I only did that because her handler was telling her to set Meech up, right? There was some type of to get his life rights, to put him away for life, so she'd be in control of his life rights, which were worth $1 million or something like that, right?
At the time, that's a lot of money.
Right. So that would be the only.
So they trying to get Cuffy out the way.
Exactly.
Right.
Oh,
Part of
so
work.
now here go the
And
motive.
they successfully did that.
So here go the motive. Luce, you following what's going on?
I'm following it now.
Cuffy had the life rights. So he trying to get control of them again and pass them to Tammy. They come back with the play. I'm gonna get Cuffy to oversee this deal. You middleman it with them folks. I'm gonna set this up. In the meantime, try to get me a third-party cooperation time cut. We get Cuffy placed in the penitentiary. My name ain't there. He take a deal. We move the life rights to you. So Tammy's motive for the get out was to get the life rights, which we see she has them right now today. 50 Cent had to do that deal with her. right? To
Right.
do what he been doing with the BMF thing. But my thing, Lavish, is if he's working, was he working or was Tammy working against both of them? And because it's like if they got him, why would they not give him the time? And then if he working for him, why are they exposing him? Was
She
they forced
wasn't
to
she
expose
wasn't
it in the
working
paperwork?
against them. She wasn't working against Meech. She was working even after during the trial. You gotta realize this has been going on for 10 years. So he was dating the Big Meech wifey at the time. And I was in communication with her. And when she realized how much
Shout out
um
Robert Dupree, Deuce to God. Shout out Deuce to God, Robert Dupree. Appreciate you. Go ahead. I'm sorry, sis.
no, you're fine. No, when she realized, when Big Meech wifey realized that him and Tammy were continuing um their relationship and he was fine with it, she completely took that name off her Instagram and she saw what it was. And honestly, with Blue, a lot of people, every time we bring up us, we Blue's name gets brought up. But with Blue, when Blue confronted Meech in 2017, that's when Meech put out that Blue was a snitch. Because if you remember, prior to that, nobody said that, and Blue had been out. So when Meech put that word out, everybody running with it. But Blue was good before he confronted Meech about messing with Tammy. And Cuff locked up. So that's when everybody just got on the Blue hate train, basically, when Blue confronted him. Meech
Shout
told
out
Blue he didn't
Misguided.
have nothing to do. He said he didn't have nothing to do with that. He working on his show. He don't got nothing to do
He
with
don't care about it.
right.
He didn't want to hear about it, but yet he in the feds tied to the case as being a co-conspirator. Supposed to got 10 years. You still in bed with Tammy. Now Tammy got your life rights. Cuff out the way doing 27 years. And you told Blue when he confronted you about it, how you doing something with Tammy? She got Cuff wrapped. And we looking at your name in his paperwork. He's saying he ain't got nothing to do with it. He working on his stuff.
That's
Right.
crazy.
So that's why when everybody's telling us why you in communication with Blue, Blue the only one that was about to stand up because BMF Pig, the dude BMF Pig that passed away, like he basically said he didn't care if Meech was a rat or not. That's his man. So people don't care. So they want to live off of the BMF name and just profit. It's all about clout and profit for people. They don't care about nobody, no principles or
Well,
anything
some
like
people
that.
care. Some people still care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very few. It's 10
Selective
years, and
politics.
if people cared about it, I was going hard 10 years ago about this during trial. So they put a gag order on us. So it's just like it took 10 years to even get to this point of exposure, but none of the big platforms will cover this. The
Right.
Shade Room won't cover it. Nobody's touching it because Meech is in bed with 50 Cent. He has the support of the media, and that's major. So regardless if he's not solid, crossed, did his friend dirty. No one cares really. It's Big Meech. His name is big, and it's just basically that's what it is.
Selective politicking. And I want to shout out to T 100 side T. Shout out to Misguided. Um, I see you. My whole thing is Meech is out now, right? And this is to the kids, right? We don't give a fuck about what they do with Meech. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing with Meech. Cuffy ain't looking for nothing to be done with Meech. He just want to get the word out there because people need to know what's going on, right? People glorify this drug dealing thing, right? And they glorify it. And guess what? Even if you was gonna glorify the drug dealer that stays solid. You know,
Yeah, and people forget about that part of it. Like there's so
glorify
many
the
people.
Bo Bennett's. You know what I'm
Yeah, the
saying?
people that stayed solid.
That
There's so
stays
many
solid.
people that stayed solid and didn't snitch on my dad because during trial they were trying to get somebody named Marvin Stewart. Marvin got life only because they've been trying to get him to go against my dad, and he's serving life. Been in jail since I don't know how long, and still wouldn't fold. So it's just like nobody's remembered those people. They just get locked up and they stay solid, but they always glorify the people that are rats or disloyal.
Yeah, that's crazy. Cold game. So like I said, like Wack said, man, the kids need to see this. Everybody need to see this because a lot of people thinking that stuff is cool. It ain't. It's a lose-lose situation.
It is, and it's blood. It really is blood in, blood out.
Really, it ain't blood in, blood out, because the people going in, I think they going in because they got the popularity vote, but they ain't shed no blood because they telling. You know what I'm saying? They telling.
But yeah, but that's the time of age, because y'all said they glorify the drug dealers, but nowadays they glorify the drug users. That's why the rap songs and stuff like that, everybody popping pills and snorting and doing all the other stuff like that. So when you talking about keeping it real, nobody's keeping it real because the snitches is coming out more popular than the people that's actually putting in hard work.
Yeah.
No, that's real. And that's going to continue to happen that way. Look, the streets is phasing out. Kids, listen, man, when y'all hear these rappers talking about all this gangster stuff, you guys now got something to go back and research. Go back and research the YSL trial. See how many of them niggas told, right? Go back and research this situation. See how many of these dudes told, right? They hollering these names out of songs. Half these dudes is hollering these names out of songs, don't even know these dudes. Go out and research the Young Dolph situation and see that the very same dude that was in the club with Dolph standing on the side of him is the very same dude that pulled the trigger to murder him, right? Understand what this is. Understand, I know you looking up and you looking at the fast money and it's going to come in real quick, right? But then you got to pay attention to what comes with that a lot of time. And it puts you in a situation with those you feel like is loyal, they're going to be disloyal. Like Meech told Blue Da Vinci. Man, I don't care about who told on who, because he was part of it anyway. It's in the paperwork. Nobody from the streets, nobody that did any time is not going to argue the fact you are named in this paperwork as co-conspirator of setting up this drug deal between this Hispanic plug and this dude Cuffy while in the federal penitentiary. Let's eliminate
mandatory 10. Mandatory 10.
Mandatory 10 years. He never caught that charge. They never charged him with it, but they named it in Cuffy's paperwork, right? So let's ask ourselves, this is just real talk. Where your charge go? We know they want you. You already there doing 30. Did they flip you? Are they looking at you like you wanted them? Right? You know what I'm saying? Like where did the charge go that they got you dead bang? Okay, let's fast forward. Tammy, the one you end up when Cuffy go, when y'all get him out the way, you give her the rights. Why would you give somebody the rights that you're reading is a confidential informant and testified against your man and the drug deal that you set up? You know why? Well, shit. I'm a cooperate because they got me dead bang for the 10. I'm the one got Tammy middleman in this. Our whole thing was to get Cuffy out the way. All right, get Cuffy out the way, give me a time cut, and pass you the life rights that we own. That was the play. Only thing didn't work, they got Cuffy out the way. Tammy still remained to have the life rights, but he didn't get his time cut for that.
So
now you continue to deal with her. Fuck it. You didn't know me. Let's say you didn't know. Now you know. You knew.
Right. You know now.
To deal with her.
So can we say that he is the dumbest rat of all times?
Well,
no,
that's
he
that's
did this.
Woody.
He
No,
thought this out strategically.
yeah.
No,
And
because
he
if you
won. He got
stole
what he
and you
wanted.
still did the same amount of time,
He couldn't
that
control the
means
broad.
you're dumb.
That's real. But see, Luce.
They thought my dad was gonna plea out. They thought it was gonna work in their favor.
Not only that, I don't think he anticipated Tammy having sex with the agent. And even if she did, I didn't anticipate them finding out. That's what pulled the time cut off the table.
Yeah, he couldn't control that broad.
He couldn't control her.
She must got some good pussy.
The same way he got her, he lost her. Same way you get him, you're going to lose him.
Man,
snatched her from Blue. He lost her to an agent. Actually, within talking to your father, I believe it was somewhere in there where the federal agent was starting to fall in love with her, and he wanted
he was
Meech.
crying on the stand.
Oh
Huh?
God. Oh
He was
God.
crying on the stand
The
because
agent, he
he said
wanted
he was
Meech.
vulnerable at the
He
time.
wanted Meech not to get the time cut. I believe he the one really that exposed the fact that we was doing this, so Meech couldn't get that time cut.
Yeah, you can't give GS employees nothing. But go
yeah,
ahead.
she had that hammer on, Wack. She
Hey,
had
I
that
know.
Nike.
Hey, listen, I understand. I understand how that bomb cat get. I know. Listen, man.
Salakia.
I get it. I
Yeah,
got
Salakia
one.
is crazy.
I got one. Boy, listen. Boy, hey, I get it. Now, end of the day.
She gave him some, and he started rethinking his whole life.
Hey, she attract rats too. She went from Blue Da Vinci to Big Meech. Both rats.
And everybody that supports Meech still, that considers themselves like in the streets, I'ma just ask them this question. If he called you and asked you for a favor after you saw this case, would you do the favor for Meech?
They still will.
Hell no.
Yeah, they still will.
Yeah,
You know what
they
I'm saying?
still will.
It's a lot of people who ain't really got
Listen,
nothing going on out here, so they all selective politicking. It's very few who stand on their own, don't need no favors, don't need nothing from nobody.
they
That's
thinking he
like
gonna,
us.
yeah, they thinking he gonna come back home. Bottles gonna be popping. They're gonna be 50, 60 years old, still in the clubs, shaking those bottles, getting, that's
Lou,
how they
hey,
gonna look
Meech
at
ain't
it.
finna be doing none of that, bro. He's not
No,
about to be
that's what the
doing none
other
of that.
people still
If
thinking.
if you guys haven't noticed, everybody remember how vocal Meech used to be in the past and how he's been silent these last 10 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had been pretty quiet.
He's very quiet.
So let me ask you this though. J-Bo is from St. Louis, right?
Yeah.
How is J-Bo moving with this situation? Is him and your dad still locked in? Do they got a relationship, or is he more on the Meech side?
There's a lot of history behind that. So J-Bo came into the picture after before it was established as BMF. It was my dad and his brother. So his brother that passed was Wani, aka Magic, and my dad for St. Louis. J-Bo came when they were doing the music. So he came later down the line, and my dad was locked up in '95. So J-Bo respects us, but they're not, we don't talk to J-Bo all the time or
So
anything like
J-Bo's
that.
still riding with Meech.
Yeah, he's still posting about, Meech. He know everything that came out. He got the paperwork, he got all of that, but he's still supporting Meech.
Shout out Maurice Hood from IBM. Shout out Maurice Hood from IBM. Appreciate your support. Hit them thumbs up. It's a lot of people in here. It's down there, 2,000 people in here. Hit them thumbs up if you're appreciating the content. Hit those thumbs up.
Beast, what up with
Like
it?
and subscribe. Like and subscribe. So it looked to me like 600. We faced this situation. Paperwork there, police contracts, this, that. And some people still look the other way. This is why I urge everybody, find your way, do what you feel is suitable to you, do what you feel suits you, right? And stop listening to these other people, because when it comes time for it, shout out to Beast, we on wartime. Don't break it down, Ray J, we with you. 100 Entertainment or nothing. Shout out to my man Beast on the other side of the Clubhouse. So
And
my
back to what,
thing is,
yeah.
everybody need to understand these rules they talking about. You can't break these rules. They breaking them when they want to. So they had you go in there and take 20 years, 30 years, 10 years, stay solid. As soon as they get up under the light, they tell.
Yeah, but
And they,
I know you're speaking on big uterus, right? But we still have to understand this, that he never had no money. You get what I'm saying? He used people to get money and live off of. So he don't really have a brain. So we can like put him in the same category as
Big
like
Meech.
Big
he
Meech.
was just
But we can say,
generally speaking.
we can say he's one of them dudes that was telling people what they could and couldn't do, and the whole time he working with the people.
Yeah, that's facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, damn, Lockage, we got the paperwork where it says Big
His
Meech
name?
was charged as a co-conspirator identified to this drug deal.
Well, no, that's what I said. He wasn't charged.
So, but was he identified?
He was identified as setting up the meeting. That's the thing. He was identified.
And you got the documentation of that.
Right. Yep. Give me one second.
I'm gonna have R&B put it up. Because everybody been waiting to see. Just send it to me. I know you probably sent it to me. Send me that direct page so I can send it to her and she can put it up. Because everybody been waiting to see something. That's you know. For those of y'all never get any time, what they're saying is Big Meech is already in federal prison on a 30-year bid for drug charges. The feds has identified in this case with Cuffy and this Hispanic drug plug and this woman Tammy Cowan in the middle that he is the one that put together this whole drug deal while he's sitting in the federal penitentiary. Okay? These type of charges bring you an additional 10 years to your current sentence that you're doing time on. They identified that he is in fact that, but they never charged him for that and gave him the 10 years. And you got to ask yourself why.
So basically, this is before Freeway Rick Ross case.
No, this is after.
After.
I thought Rick Ross went to Freeway Rick Ross went to jail before Big Meech.
No, Meech went in 2005. Freeway went
90
or something.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It was like Freeway Rick Ross did the same thing. Remember, you was reading the paperwork where he told on his plug.
He told on the police.
He told on his plug too.
Freeway Rick got a 5K1 time cut for telling on the police. Yeah. Prior to that, he told on his plug the Blanton dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that.
Okay, Wack, I sent it to you, and this is what it reads. Says in September 2011, Flannery requested CS1, which is Tammy, help coordinate a delivery of a load of cocaine to be controlled by Suarez, who at that point was already in contact with CS1, and a lineup with Cuffy.
And it identifies his name and everything.
Yep, Flannery, he's in there.
Queen, can you put that document up? Shout out to LaJuan Hurd from the Hunter side. Appreciate you. Shout out to LaJuan Hurd on the Hunter side. Shout out to the whole team on the Hunter side. We 2,100 people in here. For those of y'all that don't follow Clubhouse, go over there, download the app. Come see us on the Hunter side. When you get in our chat, just put #HunterShow, and we'll bring you up to the floor. You can have a voice over there as well. Come meet the people on the Hunter side of Clubhouse. We are growing. We're going to continue to grow. We're going to continue to cross-promote, cross-market these two platforms, doing something a little different. Tomorrow, to everybody, spread the word. Let me go to Luce. I'm going to let y'all know. A lot of y'all just think Luce Cannon crazy, but Luce is really the one that kind of guides me on what to do and how to do it. Luce, can I make the announcement on what we're doing tomorrow?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so tomorrow, as you guys know, I believe on November the 9th, I think it is, we got Hitman Holler.
No, it's the 3rd.
No, it's the 9th, I thought.
Tomorrow the 3rd.
Yeah, you talking about the match.
We got Hitman November the 9th.
Yeah.
We got Hitman Holler and Geechee Gotti going into Atlanta. A Compton Crip. And we got a St. Louis homie that represent Bompton Power Road. They going into Atlanta, nose to nose, battle rapping on November 9th. It's going down. The event is sold out. They both my comrades and my homeboys. So I reached out. Okay? So tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here on the Hunter Show YouTube, we got Hitman Holler pulling up. We got Geechee Gotti, Nutty Block. And I got my other friend that I feel is more of an asshole than me, none other than Joe Button, gonna be on the stage with us. And we're gonna have this conversation, you know, on why they chose to battle each other, why they think the other one can't win, what it's gonna be and how it's gonna be. Tomorrow, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right? Right here with the exposers, right? We may have another surprise guest or two. I gotta get with my teammates to see exactly what they want to do. But tomorrow we got Hitman Holla.
That's gonna be a good one.
Geechee Gotti, Joe Button hit the stage. Nick Cannon is a little pissed off, and he said he calling in because he want to holler at Geechee about this money fade he talking about. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. We gonna see. But tomorrow is going down. You know, what y'all think, man? Bebe been calling me, asking me to come do something. You think we should pull Hollywood Bebe? Should we pull Bebe in here?
For sure, without a doubt, that ain't even a question. What?
I think we might
Most
need to pull on
definitely.
Bebe in here.
Most
Show
definitely.
me baby in there.
I gotta, you know, there go the paperwork. The paperwork's up. That is the paperwork identifying that Meech was named as the one that put together the drug deal, but never was charged. There you
So
go.
people
It
can
happens
also
here
go
on
to
the Hunter Show.
Google and type in his name
With
and
the
put
exposure.
CS1 behind it.
You know what I'm saying? It happens here on the Hunter Show. There you go, right there. You make sure you let Pops know, you know, we doing what we can do. You know what I mean? Letting it be known. The facts are the facts. The truth is the truth. Shout out to the queen back there. She doing whatever she doing on that damn machine. I don't know, but there it goes. You guys got a reference. You know what I'm saying? There you have it. Dion Lamont Gatling. Who is that?
That's Cuffy.
I know. There it go.
Crazy thing is, where the hell Suarez go?
Where is it on that page right there?
Yeah, that's what I want to know as
Where's
well.
the page at where it says that? Keep scrolling, Queen. Let
Yo,
me know,
Lavish.
Lavish, where that page is at.
Yo, what's up, bro?
Suarez got a facelift. He's Gonzalez now.
Slow
Yeah,
down,
because
slow down. What
he's
page
supposed
is
to be
slow
charged.
down, Queen? What page
He
number,
disappeared like a
Lavish?
ghost.
Oh, you looking for page 12?
Page 12. Go to page 12, Queen. You might
If I
go back
remember
down.
correctly, they said Suarez
It's
was a
right
part of
there.
the golf
Right there.
cartel.
I'm looking at it
It's
right
right
now on the
there?
screen. Yep. In September 2011, right there.
Okay, let me read that. Okay. Wait, no, that's the page right there?
Yep.
Go back to it.
It's
RV,
right
go
there.
back.
It's right there.
But it's probably small. He can't see it.
No.
Yeah, but
I'm looking at it. She's rolling it. She's scrolling it. Yeah, go back to page 12, baby.
It's still on our
it's
screen.
right here.
Oh, okay. Maybe the screen is moving.
In
I got a big.
September 2011, Flannery requested CSI's help coordinating delivery of a load of cocaine to be controlled by Suarez, who at the point was already in contact with CSI, CS1. See evidence, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, and it goes on to say a little more right there. As how Flannery was doing and all that. It's all in there. Just read it.
Yeah, there you go. So that's, like I said, it's some paperwork with his name in it. Those are all that did time. You already in there doing 30 for drug charges. Now you've been identified. You went to jail in 2005. Here it is, September 2011. Your name is in there too, right? You requested CS1's help to coordinate deliver of a load of cocaine to be controlled by Suarez, the plug, who at the point was already in contact with CS1. That's the plug, Meech plug, and CS1 is Tammy Cowan, right? Flannery confirmed that he and Suarez were friends and they had met in the county jail in Michigan. So now this is Meech talking to the feds. Slow down, baby. CSI did not meet Suarez in person. It's moving. So I don't know if the screen right here is moving, but it's right there. And in there, Meech had threw Cuffy in there, which is Gatling, right? And that's where the lineup happened. I think this is delayed. If you're looking at this, it's delayed. If you coming out here to get an argument, nigga, you too fine. I don't do that with you. You understand what I'm saying? Now, this nigga Meech already been told because of whatever. This nigga couldn't even get to the coochie. I can get to this coochie. All right, I'm not arguing with you. Whatever it is, Queen, R&B. Listen, now you get naked. What you gonna do? What you doing? You trying to distract me? This ain't plug talk. You going in there to your little laptop, baby. I appreciate you. Right, let's get back to the show, man. There it goes. I believe this might be the first piece of document people didn't really seen. Shout out to Lavish and the research team on the 100 side, one of the exposers. And me knowing Prince, he finna really get to digging. If there's something else to be found, I know he gonna find it. Jeez.
No, people saw it a lot, like
That's
she was
nasty
saying.
work.
A lot of people been ignoring it. It ain't been getting no media coverage. And then you got all the selected politicians and rat lovers around, and dudes ain't really trying to speak on certain stuff. But that's why we're here, though. You know the truth.
Yeah, I mean, listen. End of the day, y'all know my slogan. The truth can never be considered disrespect. You know, if you get mad, just do something about it. We ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? We ain't looking for no problems, but we ain't running from nothing.
I told you that nigga crazy, what?
I'm looking for every problem.
You want all the smoke.
Come on.
Yo, 600. Do you not understand how much I got to call and check and make sure? You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Man, listen, man. And I think this is God punishing me. Because I used to do this to my brothers, you know what I'm saying? So I told R&B, I said, hey, this is happening for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And if I don't get to him, one time I had to block his street. Yeah, I knew he was lying to me. Like, all right, I'm gonna lay low. Here he come out the driveway. I'm watching him. It's too much business going on right now. I'm like, bro, we got a blueprint damn meeting for this community. We try to contain our own